All right, so here is just a little tutorial video of how to go through and work on your home fun if you need some extra help with some of them. So I'm going to look at this first one. It says x plus 4 equals 12. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, and every time I see the equal sign, I'm going to draw a line down just to keep myself organized. Over on the side, I'm going to make a do-undo chart. You can choose to do that or you can choose not to. But for right now, if you need help here, then it just shows us the thought process. So I find the x, and next to it, it says plus 4. So what am I doing to the x? I'm adding 4. How do I undo that? Right. I'm going to subtract 4. So underneath here, I write subtract 4, and I write it on both sides. I'm going to write it over here too, subtract 4 as well. And so I'm going to get rid of this. That was just showing the x. So what happens when I do plus 4 minus 4? They go to 0. I can cross them out. I drop down my x, and I just get x plus 0, so I don't even have to write that. So x equals 8. And then that's it. Now I go back and think, okay, does that make sense? 8 plus 4, is that 12? Yes. Fabulous. Then I go over to number 2. Draw my line down at the equal sign, and I look, what is that? What's happening to the b? Well, b, it's multiplying by 6. How do I undo multiply by 6? Yep, I divide by 6. So I draw a dividing line. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So I can just write down the b. I don't even have to write the 1 because of that multiplicative identity property. 48 divided by 6 is 8 again. So then I write that neatly so that everybody can read it, and I put a box around it just so that I can find my answer later. Let's go over to this one. M minus 21. So what's happening to that m? You're subtracting 21. How do you undo subtract 21? Got it. Plus 21. Now it's super important that you show your work every time, just because right now you're laying groundwork for tougher problems, because we'll get to problems that are 3, 4, 5, 10 steps long. And those, honestly, are so fun. I really enjoy doing them. But if you can't show your work in a 1-step, getting to a 10-step, you will be totally lost. So we're just going to make sure that we're showing all of our work here. So then I've got 15 plus 21 gives me 36. Box my answer just so my neighbor can find it tomorrow. All right, move on to the next one. Draw a line down. This one isn't quite as clear. What is happening to that y? You've got it. You're dividing by 9. So how do you undo divide by 9? Got it. You multiply by 9. So when I do that, I write it up high on these just because then I can see, hey, 9 divided by 9 gives me 1. So I'm just left with 1y. And then 9 times 9 equals 81. Bam. Got it. All right, let's keep going. This one. Okay, what's happening to the j? You're subtracting 21. Good. How do you undo that? Good job. All right, so I get j equals 75. Oh my word, is it okay that the j is on the right side? Yes, because it's like a balance. So it doesn't matter which side things are on the equal sign. If you're more comfortable with it on the other side, that's fine. Over on the side, you could write j equals 75. But that's just making more work for yourself. It's really not important. So let's do one more together, and then if you need more help, just make sure that you check in, and I'll get you the help you need. Okay, so 6, we find an equal sign, draw that line down. What's the 8 doing to the v? Got it. How do you undo multiplication? You divide. So I divide by, you always divide or add or subtract by the thing that's next to that letter. So divide by 8, divide by 8. So v equals 56 divided by 8, 7. Good. Have you been going back and thinking, hey, does this make sense? 8 times 7 is 56. Yep, totally makes sense. So again, if you need help, make sure you get it, but hopefully this gives you a good start.